Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. So, can you all see the share screen, children?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Arav want to share us with a piece of information about why are we having 545 seats right present, though the total membership is 550 members. Yes, Arav, you can tell us better.
Okay, sir. So, sir, may I share the screen?
You want to share the screen? Okay. Okay, if you
I
want to
think it
share it.
would
Okay, fine. Okay, do it.
be more.
Yeah, you can share the screen.
1 minute.
Aditya, I have started the recording for this session, okay?
Okay.
Is Aditya there?
Yes, sir. Hello. Can
Okay,
you hear
for,
me?
yeah, I can hear you. For this session, I have started the recording, right?
Okay, sir.
Sir, can you see the screen?
I cannot see it. I'm really sorry.
1
Can
minute.
anybody see the share screen?
No, sir.
Sir, I think I should read it out.
Okay, tell me better.
Okay, sir. Why are there only 545 seats in the Lok Sabha filled when the maximum strength is 550? The Article 81 of the Constitution of India provided directions for the composition of the House of the People. It says, number 1, subject of the provisions of Article 331 of the House of People shall consist of not more than 530 members chosen by direct election from territorial constituencies in the state and but not more than 20 members to represent the union territories chosen in such a manner as parliament may by law provide. It's 300 it's 550 for states plus 20 for union territories, and but now there are only 13 seats from the UTS, that is from the Union Territories, 7 from Delhi, 1 from Andaman and Nicobar, 1 from Chandigarh, 1 from Dadra and Nagar Haveli, 1 from Daman and Diu, 1 from Lakshadweep, and 1 from Pondicherry.
Okay, because the contribution from the union territories is less. It should be 20, but it is less. It is how much? It is 13, I think so, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the reason why we are having 545 seats at present, right? Okay, so let us now come back to the president. I was telling you that he is known as the ex officio chairman, and it means that he is holding two posts at a time. But he is, I was mentioning that he is entitled to the salary of chairmanship.
A chairman.
Chairmanship of Rajya Sabha. Okay, so keep this in mind. Now let us come to the legislative subjects. Now what are legislative subjects? Legislative subjects, you can say these are the areas where the laws can be made. So in order for a proper organized system of the Indian government, we have divided it into three parts: the union list, the state list, and the concurrent list. You can call it as the union subjects also, state subjects also, the concurrent subjects. The union list has around 97 subjects, state list has around 66 subjects, and concurrent list has around 47 subjects. Now what are union list? Now what it has got 97 subjects. What does it mean? It means that all the subjects are a part of union list which actually affect all the parts of the country. Defense. So are you defending one state, or we have to defend the whole country? The whole country, obviously. So it is a part of a union list. Only central government can make laws regarding it. Similarly, finance, then banking. So these are certain, like Reserve Bank of India works under the discretion or under the decision or the instructions of union government, not the state governments, right? So there are other examples given in your book as well. If you want to check out, you just check out in your book. Open up your book, children.
Sir, it consists of 97 subjects.
97 subjects. It's mentioned there. No? There are few more examples given. It
Sir,
says that
finance, banking, post and telegraph.
finance,
railways,
post and
airways.
airways, shipping, currency, foreign affairs. So these are the examples of union list. Then coming up to the state list, we have public law and order of that particular state, public health of that state, sanitization of that state. Okay, police department. This is also a part of state list. Taxes. Now we have CGST, we have SGST. CGST is central. SGST is actually the state government, the taxes, local taxes, GST, whatever. Agriculture can also be, right? Then concurrent list is economic and social planning and education sectors. Now concurrent list is a list where the central government, that means the union government, as well as the state government, both can make laws. So state list,
Yes, sir.
only state government. Union list, only union government. Concurrent list, both state government and union government. But union government has always an upper hand. It can make laws even in the state list if there is an urgent importance. Are you getting that?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
They can, the
Yes,
union
sir.
government is more powerful. I told you right at the beginning of the chapter. So the union government can make laws even in the list of state government. Is that clear? All of you?
Yes, sir.
So this is one thing. Now the next thing
Yes,
that
sir.
we are going to talk about, we're going to talk about the law functions of the parliament. Now functions of the parliament, the first function is the law-making function. Now the law-making function itself tells us making laws for the country. So the parliament can make laws on union list and also on the concurrent list, but can also make laws on state list, and they can do the constitutional amendment also. If there is, this constitutional amendment is Article 368 of the Constitution, states that a union government can do a constitutional amendment. लेकिन एक चीज और है बेटा इसके constitutional amendment में एक चीज ध्यान रखिएगा. I'm telling you, this is an extra piece of information that struck my mind. Legislative assemblies, also participate of the state if there is a constitutional amendment. Okay, so जब भी कोई भी constitution में कोई भी change आएगा, ठीक है, in that case the legislative assemblies will also participate. Is that clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Generally only the members of parliament participate, but in case of constitutional amendment, legislative assemblies will also participate. Right? Now coming up to the passing of the budget, we all know every year the budget is passed. It is passed by the finance minister. Now this budget has all the income as well as the expenses of the countries, and now parliament can reject or accept the bill. That totally depends upon the type of the bill, because whenever a bill is introduced in the parliament, it is always put to suggestions, advices, critical analysis, everything is seen, every aspect of a bill is checked, and then there is generally like we do it, right? The same thing is to be done at the level of the nation also, right? Then coming to the judicial functions include its impeachment. Impeachment means removal of president, vice president, judges of Supreme Court and High Court, when due to violation of the constitution. If these people, the people on these posts violate the constitution, they will be impeached. The removal of these government offices is known as impeachment. Is that clear? Have you understood that?
Can they remove the prime
Yes,
minister?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Prime minister is
Can they
not,
remove the prime
but a prime minister is not removed by the impeachment process. The removal of the prime minister happens if he dies, if he resigns, okay, or a vote of no confidence is passed against the ministry. Okay, in that situation, the prime minister can be removed. Like in case of Indira Gandhi, what happened? She was assassinated,
assassinated?
right? She was assassinated at
Yes.
12 o'clock midnight. So she's not the prime minister now. Her son was declared the prime minister at right 3 a.m. Now this is the behind stories. I'm telling you, this happened. The prime minister is removed, right? Or a vote of no confidence is passed. When a vote of no confidence passed, the whole government dissolves. Then re-election comes up, right? So this is the judicial functions understood. Then coming up to the electoral functions, the word electoral means election. So in which elections, in the elections of the which offices generally the parliament participate? Election of the president and the vice
President and vice president.
Okay, so president and vice president both are elected by the parliament. There is an exception in the president. Legislative assemblies also participate, but in vice president, only parliament. Okay, beta? Have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
now the last is the passing of the bill. Now, whatever bill is passed, it is passed by the parliament only. Now, ordinary bill, which can be started from Rajya Sabha also and Lok Sabha also. Money bill, it is actually the budget. It starts from Lok Sabha only. So money bill can be started from Lok Sabha. And the last one is constitutional amendment bill. As I already told you, Article 368, legislative assemblies also participate in the constitutional amendment. Is that clear? Now we are going to talk in brief about the process of the passing of the bill. See, when a bill is introduced, it is done in three stages. The first reading, it is actually the introduction, where the majority party, the ruling party, or the party which has its government introduces the bill. The bill is introduced and everything is told कि ये bill हमारा है, इस bill में ये है, this contains this contains that, right? Then comes the second reading where the bill is discussed, okay? Then it is examined and the suggestions are made. But obvious suggestions can be rejecting and appreciating also, and analyzing it critically. Everything happens.
Adding or removing.
Yeah, but obvious adding and removing is also the part of the second reading. And then comes the third reading. This is the final reading. In this, either it is passed or it is rejected.
Or it is, yes.
Now, rejection does not take over every time. Okay, if there is a deadlock in Lok Sabha, suppose the bill is not being passed in Lok Sabha due to deadlock, then who votes? Who gives the deciding vote?
Sir, by the president and
Who gives the deciding vote? Just recall
From
it.
the 12 nominated people by the
No, you're wrong. I told you that
sir,
there is
the speaker, the deputy
exactly
speaker.
no deputy speaker. The speaker
speaker.
gives the deciding vote to break the deadlock. Okay. Now, if it is passed, so rejected mein to I have told you what happens. Usko pass to karna hi hai. In that, deciding votes comes up, right? Then passed. If it is passed, agar ye pass ho jata hai, then it goes to the other house. So if it started from Lok Sabha and if it passed in Lok Sabha, then it will go to
Rajya Sabha.
Rajya Sabha, and the whole process takes up again first reading, second reading, and third reading. Okay, is that clear? The whole process goes on again because now it is a
Yes,
part of
sir.
the second house. फिर से introduce होगा, फिर से discuss होगा, and will be passed. Now, if there is a deadlock, Lok Sabha has passed, but Rajya Sabha is not passing it. Rajya Sabha is saying will not pass it. This is the problem. उसे हम क्या बोलते हैं? What is this? What do we call it? Deadlock. Now, in the situation of a deadlock, what happens? What is this? Please, please mute yourself. Whose mic is on? Okay. So, joint session happens. Now, who calls for the joint session? This person. He calls for the joint session. Okay. President calls for the joint session. And who preside over it?
Speaker.
Who preside over it? Speaker presides over the joint session. Is that clear? और
Yes,
उसके बाद
sir.
फिर कंबाइंड वोटिंग होती है, 2/3 मेजोरिटी होती है. कितनी मेजोरिटी होनी चाहिए? 2/3 मेजोरिटी. 2/3 मेजोरिटी. ठीक है. And then the decision is taken. Right? And if again is there is a deadlock, then the deciding vote is casted by the speaker. Okay. Right? Parth Goyal, please switch on your
Yes,
video.
sir.
Arnav Gupta, please switch on your video. Radhika, please take the screenshot of the attendance beta. Karthik Verma, switch on your video. Karthik Verma, switch on your video. Madhuri Zan, Karthik Verma, switch on your video. Krishna Agarwal, switch on your video. Shresh Mishra, switch on your video. Shresh, you have not been switching on your video for a long time. Radhika, please mark Shresh Mishra absent. He is not interested at all. Rather, he is messaging and telling me what is the reason behind. Okay. Now, let us come to the last. This includes the miscellaneous powers. And by this, we come to the end of the chapter. The miscellaneous powers means Supreme Court. It actually can, it can arrange the composition of the Supreme Court, with what will be the area of its jurisdiction and the powers of Supreme Court. All this can be done by the Parliament. High Court ka establishment, because if there is less number of high courts, a new high court can be established. Like Chandigarh has the High Court of Chandigarh look after Haryana as well as Punjab. So a common high court can also be established by the Parliament. The boundaries of the states and new states, creation of new states. All this is actually done by the Parliament.
Sir, I think that for UP the High Court is Allahabad High Court.
Yeah, but for Chandigarh, but for Haryana and Punjab, we have only one High Court. That is High Court of Chandigarh. Okay, is it clear?
There's a Lucknow
Yes, sir.
High Court.
But a Lucknow High Court is only an extension. Lucknow High
Sir,
Court.
a while ago, there was some news that UP there will be a new state created from UP.
That is all it happens. It was decided. It was long time back when we decided that UP would be divided into 4 parts. So that is something different.
May I go to washroom?
Okay, yeah, sure. Go. So have you understood this? So this is where we come to end of the chapter. And let us quickly, how much time? I think we have ample of time left.
So 15 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
15
I think-
minutes.
So I give you 5 minutes, children. Just come to page number 122, where the long answers given. There are 7 questions there. So just go through these questions, 1 to 7. I'll give you 5 minutes and then we'll discuss it. Okay? Hurry up. Hurry up, do it. Children, I'll be back in 1 minute. I'm going to washroom. I'm coming back. Till then, 1 to 7, please do it. Right? I'll be back. How many participants are there? 28 participants. Radhika, when you click the image, how many participants were there? Did you see the
So
number?
29.
Okay.
So I kept decreasing the number of participants as and when they left.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I wanted to ask that how many subjects are there in the concurrent list?
47 beta.
And sir, in state list?
66 in state list, 97 in union list. Please arrange your cameras properly. Please arrange your cameras properly. Karthik Verma, your camera is not arranged properly. See, children, if you will not follow the code of conduct, I am going to mark you all absent. Madhuri Mehrotra, switch on your camera. Arnav Gupta, switch on your camera. Rayan Ali Khan, Yusuf Khan, why your camera got? See, Arnav, you are also not in school uniform. I'm checking out I'm writing down the names who are not in school uniform. All these names will be forwarded to principal ma'am as well as your class teacher. Okay, so we begin with the discussion of the questions. The first one, discuss the composition of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Will you be able to do this question? All of you?
So there
Yes,
is a separate paragraph written.
Okay, Radhika, tell me the composition of Lok Sabha.
the Lok Sabha is composed of the representatives of the people. Its maximum permissible numerical strength is 50 members. The members of the Lok Sabha are directly elected by the people of India. Of these, 530 members are directly elected from the states and up to 20 members from the union territories.
And what about Rajya Sabha, Radhika?
The numerical strength of the Rajya Sabha is 250. The number of members to the Rajya Sabha is allotted on the basis of population of the states. The states with more population have the highest number of members, while the
I think
states with
instead
less
of,
population.
I think that's enough. If you mention that the members are allotted on the basis of the population, that's okay. Okay. And then you come straight forward to the division of the members, 238 and 12. Yeah. Tell me. Yeah.
The 238 members are indirectly elected. Elected members of the Legislative Assembly, MLAs, elect the members of the Rajya Sabha.
Okay.
Now, sir, we can write one more point that in Rajya Sabha, 238 members represent the states and the union territories, while 12 members are nominated by the president.
So I think she told us this. Radhika,
So,
you haven't told this point? 238 and 12?
No, sir.
No,
No,
you should
sir, I
also,
didn't.
this should also be part. So you should write it straight away. The total strength of Rajya Sabha is 250 members. Out of 250, 238 members are nominated by the represents the state and the union territories, and 12 members are nominated by the president from the field of art, literature, science, and social service. The members of Rajya Sabha is based on the number of population of that particular state. Okay, this you can mention.
The next one, may I tell, please?
Then the next question is, what are the qualifications necessary to be a member of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha? Come on, this question you can do it on your own. That need not to be discussed. Such an easy question.
Yes.
Why is Rajya Sabha called a permanent house? I want Nishtha Omar to answer this question. Yeah,
the Rajya
Nishtha.
Sabha is a permanent house. It is never dissolved. 1/3 of its members retire every 2 years. Every member is elected for a
Even
term.
if you just write it that it is known as permanent house because this house cannot be dissolved, that will be fine. Okay, right?
Okay, sir.
Then state any two functions of the Speaker of Lok Sabha. So two functions of Speaker of Lok Sabha. I want Arav. Okay, Arav, you tell me. Arav Singh, tell me.
So what is the question? Please tell me.
I am asking question number 4. State any two functions of the Speaker of Lok Sabha.
Question number 4. State any two functions. The Speaker of the Lok Sabha.
So may I tell?
Yeah, Aditya. Aditya, tell me.
So the speaker presides over
The Speaker presides over the meetings.
per-
And
and also maintains order in the house.
yeah, I told you when I was explaining you, it presides over the meetings and maintains the order in the
House.
Lok Sabha. Then name 3 list used to categorize the legislative subject. Also state the number of subjects and at least 2 examples. I think you all know 3 list: union, state, and concurrent. Okay, the subjects also is mentioned there in your book, and 2 examples of each you have to give us. Okay. Then discuss the functions of union legislature. We have marked all the functions: law-making functions, passing of budget, judicial functions, electoral functions, passing of bill, and the miscellaneous powers. These are the functions where you have to write. So law-making functions, you have to write the whole thing. Right? Passing of the budget, you can write the union budget is passed by the parliament. The budget shows the details of the expected income of the government and how it plans to spend it. It is presented by the finance minister of the parliament. The parliament has the power to accept or reject the budget. Okay? Till here you can write it down.
Yes.
Or even if you want to write it down in your own words, you can do so. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Then what is a bill? Name the different kinds of bill. When does the bill becomes a law? Now what is a bill?
Sir, can I tell?
Sir, can I tell?
Sir, can I tell Tanvi?
Okay, Tanvi, tell the answer.
Yes, it's on page number 190, passing a bill. The one of the most important functions of the parliament is to pass a bill. A bill is a draft or of a proposed law. There are 3 different kinds of bills, namely ordinary bill, money bill, and constitutional amendment bill.
Then when does a bill become a law?
So this I'm not.
Sir, can I tell?
Yeah. Okay. Kushagri. Is Kushagri there? Who said? Nishta is saying it. Soumil.
Sir,
Okay,
Nishtha.
Soumil. Soumil, tell. Soumil. Nishta, you've told.
When a bill is passed,
When a bill is passed by both the houses of the parliament, it is assented to by the president and then it becomes a law known as the act.
Okay, it's given on page number 120. So it is very, very important that president should sign the bill. When the president gives its assent, then only a bill becomes a law. Is that clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
by
sir.
this, we come to end of this chapter. Next period, when we are having the next period, beta?
Thursday.
Okay, we are having it on Thursday. So
Thursday.
Won't we write any short questions for this chapter?
we do, we will write the short questions. But we will have the assignment first, and the next week we are going to write the short questions. Okay, is that clear? Children,
Sir, you said to remove. Yes, sir.
okay. I wanted
Yes, sir.
that
Yes, sir.
the chapter for the Viva will be first chapter, period of transition. Okay, one chapter for the Viva, that is period of transition. Is that clear?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Period of transition will be asked for the Viva. So prepare it well, right? Is that clear?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes,
So
sir.